Just go, you know what you gotta do that right now. I don't hear anything else. Watch that out. Yep. You better. No pizza for you. You better. You better be. Alright. Hi, takes. Oh, yeah. Super one of those days, bud. How you doing? Alright, guys, we're starting the show off with an absolute, hey, how you doing? Opinions are for assholes, don't you know? What? And, you are something. Three treats, that's all you get. You eat all those, you get a couple more. Today on the show, we're making pizza. My cat's had like 99 treats, so if he eats those, I'll be surprised. They'll probably sit in there waiting to get eaten. I probably gotta go back downstairs for a pizza pan. Nope, I've got one. It's all ready to go. Would you look at that? Alright, so much stuff going on. Wife's useless and I'm doing like 40 things a day. So we got pineapple, we got this, I got sauce, I got this. I took my vitamins. I'll make some protein drinks and then that'll help out. You know, that'll take a bit of, it's not gonna do much right now. I'm actually quite tired, you know. I'm with Cat. My cat's useless as well. He can't feed himself. So that's awesome. Today on the show, we're talking about opinions. We see how opinions can be offensive, right? Oh, nameless people on the internet have an opinion about you right now. You just don't know it because you aren't famous, bud. You don't have a live stream that can come and troll you on, you know what I mean? Fuck, I wish some of you losers had live streams. I'd become a troll. I'd become a troll if you losers had live streams, I'll tell you that straight up. That's so funny. Now, on to bigger and brighter achievements in the world. Like this one. The cat says hi, everybody. I'm gonna do this pop and drop. We got a pizza dough. This is world famous pizza dough. That doesn't make sense. It is. I'm world famous. The pizza dough is a world champion. Oh, which reminds me, I have less than 3 hours to. Oh, you know, I'm so sick of this already. You know, so sick of this. Alright, I gotta try and win the world championship tonight. We'll see what the fuck happens. We'll see. Here's a pizza dough here. We'll talk more about that in a second. I gotta preheat an oven, grease a pizza pan, grab toppings, crack the, what's next? We're doing other toppings. What toppings are they? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're gonna do some seasonings and things. And then, I have to do another thing here, so I gotta get that going like ASAP. Next thing you want to do is come on over, baby, come on over. Come on over, baby, come on over. Grab this butte right here, bud. If you have a hard time with it, grab it like that. grab it by the balls. Get some. Slap it in there. You shouldn't have a hard time. Unless you're a total pussy. Then I'd expect you to be ordering some sort of equivalent in the pizza realm. Probably like a, you're probably doing extra pepperoni tonight. You total pussy. And you think your biceps are going to get bigger, right? Awesome. Get triple pepperoni and see your gut just go 3 times bigger and your cholesterol spike, bud. Get some veggies in ya. I was eating broccoli out of the pail there downstairs. I eat such a big thing. I got to get a pail of broccoli. When you know, you know. So you got this all kind of done, right? But now you're gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? How you do that is up to you. But don't fake it. Another thing I was gonna mention earlier on another stream is don't fake something. You know what I mean? Because that'll come back to it'll haunt you, right? Great, you wanna fake it and lie on YouTube, but don't walk around like in RL and be like, yo, I'm actually like this, but there's places for people that claim to be astronauts. You know what I mean? I've never went anywhere besides in a helium balloon. The largest consumer of helium in the world is, yes, ding, ding, ding. No, that's wrong. It's not some balloon company. It's NASA, a rocket ship company. Helium. But, like I said, you guys are all geniuses. You should go check out Divergent's video today. He actually explains the psychology. There's a word. It's cognitive dissonance. I believe you gotta go check his video. He shouts out to him. But I can see it. It's people who they're too delusional. They see it, they hear it, and then they just freeze up. They lock up. Their sphincter starts twirling in a circle, ties in a knot. They're like, no, what you said is not true. No, conspiracy. Yeah. No, I vote. I know. I voted. I know. I'm like, okay. You win. Fuck. You are a fucking bot. You know what I mean? But this plane of existence is for 2 types of people. There are sheeple and there are leaders. There are misleaders, but those people aren't people. Those are snakes. Those are the scum of the earth that mislead, right? Go look around you. Go look around the internet. Look at all the people selling t-shirts. Remember the very first thing I ever said? I was like, I don't want to make money off you guys. Go check it out. Back in the day, I was like, I'm not making money off you guys. And then I said, and I quote, I shouldn't even have to get super chats. The advertiser should be paying me my wage. My weekly, monthly, fucking daily wage should come over and above from the advertisers. But because I'm not, little freak buddies with 9 people in the back rooms of whatever, and I didn't, and my sexuality didn't match up with theirs, freak shows, right? This is how it goes, bud. But when you know, you know. And basically, like, begging. They're like, no, dude, you must, come on, can't you just, like, give it a lick? I was like, no, what are you talking about, bro? Not for 10 billion. Am I ever going to do something like that? Gross me right out, you know? But yeah, I'm a man, I don't, you see the difference, there's women out there, woman, a woman, this still has men in the term, right? Most of the year probably too. You can't even grasp things, right? You can't look at something and see it. You're just like, no, it is this, it is that. Like, go listen to AI, and then now you guys record yourselves. And I fucking guarantee you are botted. And you can tell if you replicate anything that AI says, you are a bot. Bought and paid for by a Disney, That's the bottom line. But when you know. You know the arc when you see the stars go around Disney? That's the rocket ship. That's the rocket ship's arc. That's the trajectory of all rockets. They go on that arc. You can see it. It's everywhere. But what you don't get to see is what I just said, right? You have to be within distance, and then people are like, well, if it's going up, then why is it coming down? It's like, oh, no, it's the other hemisphere over there, and you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay. How come there is no footage from the ground of rockets going to the moon back in the day? But when they got to the moon, they could make phone calls from the moon down to Earth. So you had radio signals and TV signals. You just fucking chose not to use them for the most epic adventure, travel, expedition any person has ever gone on. You didn't film it? But do you know why there's no film? Because they couldn't fake it back then. You guys are simpletons. Most 90% of people think there's a fucking moon. It's just simply called a lunar map. And if you look at an oceanic map called Crater Earth, those craters match up with some of those craters on the moon, what you see. But you're not going to grasp it. You have to take, so remember what I told you at the beginning of this video? You're too far gone, right? Like you're gone, you're botted. The only way to come out of that is for you to free your mind. And most countries it's illegal, right? So like you can't. They don't let you have an opinion, or not an opinion, sorry. They don't let you read factual books on these sources that I give you daily. They don't. There are countries in the world where this information is banned. That means free speech. If you live in these countries, that means you are not free. And what are you then if you're not free? So anywhere they hide the truth, anywhere you're not allowed to speak something that's not hate-filled. I didn't name any. I didn't say this person needs to be this or that. I didn't say any type of people need to be this or that. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying things, right? And it's not hate speech towards a group of people. You know what I mean? So there is no reason why my content or content like this shouldn't be at the forefront of what's going on right now. These are the topics people fucking want to know about, need to know about, but they're hiding it. So you know what the fuck's up, right? Called reading between the lines. When you have the analytical data that I have for as many years, almost a decade, most of you, and again, I didn't do this for 40 hours every 2 weeks or I did a fucking extreme amount of time. Rolled up into, this is more than you guys could even fathom doing in your lifetime. Go start your shit and get it together, and then come at me with some analytical data that you can say is actual, factual, based off what your findings, from what you've gathered, and there's like 90 ways to do it. There's 900 ways to do it. So you can see that it's not what they say it is. It's driven through a publisher platform, through an indexing system that is bought and paid for by Media Corp. Okay, big corporations have bought this off tenfold during 2017, 18, and 19. That's why they scrubbed the internet, deleted all those channels regarding, plane of existence. Just plane. Can you define what plane of existence is? Go do it with Google, which is not too far gone yet, and see what a plane of existence is. What type of symmetry does it have, right? Is it a spherical globe spinning at 17,000 miles per hour in a vacuum with no stars? Wait, it has stars. Go ask the 3 astronauts if there's stars up in the sky. And the 3 of them can't get their fucking stories straight, and they just got back. Bro, they literally were there. No, we didn't get to see it. They apparently did, but they fucking have, and these are the smartest minds we've ever had. On NASA's front page, they have a woman holding a soldering iron fucking from the fucking metal tubing on it, not from the handle. And she's hard at work at NASA. So that's where all the money's going right now. But again, you guys, just stay in your little bubbles of wherever you are, and keep hating on one person who's doing stuff and nobody else did anything. Here's one thing Trump did for America the other day. Did you guys hear this? Trump got 0 tariffs for all American vehicles in Europe the other day. 0. Do you know that and Europe has stated they were taking America for a ride regarding tariffs on automotive industry. So the flip side of that is that shady business deals in? Yes. By who? The other administrations. Period. So he cleared it up, right? That gives ground, that leaves a door open now for Canada to get in there. And why would we get any different deal from the person whose face is on our money? Unless we're complete, you know what I said earlier about being shackled and having to pay like 90% of your wage to someone so you can get a loaf of bread and they give you a little shit box to live in. When you don't own it, by the way, you're just renting it. So there you go. I don't want that. But again, think about where you are in the world and how far you've come. Think about maybe your ancestors and how they got here, right? Hard work, all this. Now people are trying to work hard, but you know, it doesn't really lead anywhere. Only 40 people are getting rich. The same 40 people that got rich 100 years ago, just a new family member. You know what I mean? What the fuck? How is that possible unless the whole system is designed to keep us down and them inflated? Prove me wrong. Show me any corporation that doesn't have their families sitting at the top of all of them. Oh, board member, this, that, fuck, they'll get you on strings to watch this happen, suck dick over here, do this. Whoa, you're in. And this is an everyday occurrence. Every day. Go on Reddit right now and Google, you know, infidelity in the workplace, in business corporations, anywhere in North America. It's skyrocketing right now. And then you look at like the women that are going up the ladder, or the men, right, sitting at the top with, you know, 3 divorces in 6 years, right? Creepy as fuck out there, man. And I'm telling you firsthand, this shit happens. My best friend, like just a bunch of people I've known have had, you know, they've had stories. Like I've heard stories from them in the vehicles and stuff, and just like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, oh yeah, no, that's just the beginning. I'm like, whoa, I don't really have any more time to hear about somebody else's shit life, you know? I'm gonna go. But yeah, I'm not really into gabbing about people. I'm just saying the facts that this is what's happening in the world, you know? Where a few men are able to do horrible things, or women, right? Horrible things, and get away with it. Or possibly, you know, worse, maybe they're doing it in a taxi every day. Maybe they're doing it in homes, right? Or maybe it's a dirty old uncle or a dad or something, whatever it is. There's creeps in every family, right? Dirty cousins. And where I am, like where I'm from, that stuff is super prevalent. Every person you can come across in Winnipeg has a story about this. This is going to be sort of a deep dish. Again, this is world-class pizza right here. So this crust was prepared by not the actual, but it's off their recipe. So we'll see how it turns out tonight, and if it doesn't turn out epic, then I'm done. I'll go across town to get, you know, 4 or 5 doughs and freeze them up. I bought 2 or 3, and they were pretty epic. I gotta say, it's a new crust, and I do crave it. But first, I want to do this. I've been thinking about this one. Yeah, there's a lot of people going to get a rude awakening when it comes to stuff like that. You can't play both sides of the fence and not get caught. I don't do it. You know, I'm not going to let anybody else get away with it. And we can name them. I legally can name them, so it's all good. And then we just phone their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, fucking call their other mistresses that don't know about it, you know what I mean? Get them to call in on the show too. So we'll have a call-in line right away for infidelity, you know what I mean? Fucking let's go. Yeah, caller number 9, let's hear your cheating husband story. Yeah. There's women out there that cheat every day. Don't get me wrong. Every day. There's horrible, horrible, skanky women out there. Man, when I was younger, holy smokes. I worked in this kitchen and I got hit on by multiple people all day. And I was like way older than them. They were good looking and everything. They weren't the greatest, but they were way better looking than a lot of people that work in kitchens, right? So what happened next is pretty interesting. The guy kind of left me in charge, and like, at the same time he left me in charge, I also had to do fucking all like the dishes and stuff. So I did it. I did them for a couple days, but at the end of the week, man, he's like, you still have to do, and I was only doing it because I wanted money, and it was extra. I got paid overtime for it, but it still sucked, right? And these chicks were helping me. But then they kind of got too. This one lady is a little bit older than me. She was super hot. She was good looking, but she was super, like, she was married and super skanky though, and I wasn't into that. But kind of made a mistake. I was young, and I kind of fooled around with her in this other lady's van. And when we were done work the next day, she's like, "Hey, you want to go in the back roads again?" I'm like, "No." Like, I felt bad. I was like, "I'm like not into you. I just, that happened, but it really shouldn't have." And she's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm dumping you or whatever. I don't want to see you ever again." Really, it was hilarious. But that's how I am. I don't usually like. There's a lot of people, and whatever. I could tell she was skanky too. So I was like, nah. I don't like skanky. I feel like I'll get a disease, right? As soon as I know you do a lot of dudes, I'm out. And if you give me a disease, I'm throwing rocks at you. You know what I mean? I've never had a disease other than like maybe, well, I haven't had any diseases, by the way. I've never had creams or nothing like that in my life. So I wouldn't even know about diseases. But I saw something on a TV show today, and it grossed me out so bad. We're going to talk about diseases tomorrow. And we're going to look up some stuff I had no clue about. It's going to gross me out, but you guys are going to get information you didn't know about, right? It's going to bring down the sexually transmitted disease world, which I know we need to do. Oh, there's a statistic out right now. There's more sexually transmitted diseases going around in Winnipeg than there have ever been before. And that grosses me out. Apparently, I've read on Reddit, they say women are easier to have sex with than ever before on all social media apps. It's so easy to have sex with somebody else's wife now. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, the whole world is just fucked. You know, you can tell we're in a matrix because of what I just said. Like, if you can have sex in a second, all you gotta do is use your phone and have sex in a second. I mean, I could definitely have sex in a second. If I wasn't married, I'd have sex in a second. I wouldn't do it all the time, but I would make sure I found somebody that was like single. You know what I mean? Single and had, I would say you got to get yourself tested. At this point in the game, you got to go get tested because that's disgusting. I've been married for 20 years, so if there is an STD, it's coming from my wife, and that would make me very sad and very mad. She's not like that. She doesn't even want to have sex like anytime. She's not into sex really, so I am very horny. And I don't want to have sex that much anymore, but I used to be very, very horny, like super horny. In the last year or two, I like totally mellowed out. Like barely even want to have sex. I'm usually going to sleep. And it's not, I would like to, but when she doesn't want to, when I want to, you know what I mean? And it's a two-person thing, right? So I get it. So now it's just like boring too as well, right? We have sex, it's the same person. Everyone talks about it, but nobody will like admit it that, after you like fucking, there's only so many, you know what I mean? I'm not into role playing. I'm not using any feathers or nothing like that, or hot wax or nothing. So yeah, I'm not using no. I'm not into any kind of tying up or anything else. I'm not into that stuff. So yeah, sex is boring after I'm almost 50, right? And I started having sex for like, some of you may not understand, but I've had a lot of sex. Like I've been having sex since 1995, but I was having like every other type of sex before that. I don't recommend people do that anymore, but things were different. Like it was all our first times type of thing. Like every time I was with the chick, like she was like a couple years older than me, she had never really had a boyfriend before, and I had banged like 5 chicks. You know what I mean? At whatever age, whatever, name an age, 16, 16, 17, whatever it was. And I was like, oh, let's do it. And she wanted to do it, so we did it. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes. But it wasn't like every single day until later on. Until later on. Once I became about 17, 17, 18, then it was, I could pretty much get laid anytime I wanted. Anytime. But I didn't. Only like twice a week, maybe. I don't really have statistics on this stuff, but it was twice a week, probably at least. Maybe 3 or 4 times, depending. 2 or 3 different chicks. And that's the way I liked it. I never really had like a steady, especially like all summer long. 3 or 4 different chicks, and it was like, no, I never said I'm date. I said we're going on a date. You know what I mean? Do you want to go out? I meant for the night. What the fuck do you think I meant? Like, type of thing, right? Get this in the oven and then eat it.